Welcome back, everyone, to another daily dose of Coach's Calm. Jumping right in, the daily dose, the little things, the long baths, the page-turning novels, the quiet mornings, the stars, the water, the city lights. They were all the big things all along. Recently, I was able to spend some quality time with some family and some friends. Just precious moments always. Anytime you have with others, I always cherish it to the utmost and try to absorb every single second that I can. I spent some time in nature. I relaxed, rejuvenated, and I also refocused. I had a great visit with my brother. He is now 17 months since his accident. He is still, unfortunately, experiencing a lot of pain, but on the same token, he's also making great strides in his healing, and his attitude, his determination, and his focus always amazes me. He's unbelievable. If you know him personally, I'm sure you would agree with me, and he continues to inspire me daily. I really respect his, like I was just saying, his determination and his focus and attitude. It is definitely second to none. Another part of my daily living are enjoying my quiet mornings. They're an absolute must for me. Slow and steady, and yes, I do have a routine that I don't stray from too often. I mean, yeah, there's scenarios in life that happen. Like I was just saying, I had company, so it kind of throws your routine off a little bit, not in a bad way. Always very welcomed. Or, if I go away to spend time with family or friends or what have you, of course, life changes from day to day. But how you start your day truly does matter, and it actually affects your whole day. This past year, I have been experimenting with many new morning habits. As you know, I experiment a lot on myself, which it keeps me evolving, and that's my daily goal, is to be better each and every day. I believe that evolving should be everyone's goal each day, trying to be a better person. What can we do to better ourselves? Who do we surround ourselves with? Are they uplifting or are they draining? Every different aspect that affects your life, from anything, your sleeping habits, like I was just saying, your morning routine, your thoughts, habits, they all add up together to total your day. And at the end of the day, it's my goal, once I'm in bed and having my downtime, my quiet time, to rehearse the events of the day and to look where I could have improved, what I could have handled better, and plan for the next day, evolving, continually learning, trying to be kind, learning how to deal with frustrations and aggravations a little bit better than I have in the past. So, good question that people always, kind of present to me. What happens if I don't change anything? What happens if I don't evolve? Well, you'll be stuck in the same routine over and over, and you will end up devolving. There's no other way to put that. Daily dose of Coach's Calm. Always believe that something wonderful is about to happen. This actually makes me think of the three very powerful words: faith, hope, and love. They're three things that will last forever. And when I talk about faith, that just reflects on the confidence that we hope for will actually happen. What we hope for will actually happen, It gives us assurance about things we cannot see, and it's the belief that there is something better to seek. And I think there always is. We can always be better. We can always look for more. Comes down to evolving again. When I think of hope, I know, as many of you do, that it's a feeling of trust. It's an expectation or the certainty that it is there. Hope is the fuel that keeps faith alive in our quest, in our daily life, in our day-to-day habits, in our monthly habits, in our yearly habits, and what have you. Love, what that means, it is the result that we see of our faith and our hope. Love is always the goal, and it is the greatest of the three. I think you'll all agree with me on that. Faith, hope, and love. If you have been in a broken place, you know the power of someone else showing you kindness or believing in you. It's huge. When you're shown love, you ignite a new belief of what you could be. Then you become hopeful that there is still good in this world. Then you love yourself. And then you share that love with others and spark this cycle over and over again. And it is a cycle, continually. Everything's continually moving. Daily dose. You can't go back and change the beginning, but you can start where you are and change the ending. For a lot of people, when I'm in deep discussion or I say, that line to them, it all comes down to our each individualized perspective. I may look at it one way, and you may look at it totally another. What I think of first when I read this is the two words, finishing well. And again, for me, that means evolving every day. And then I think of a bunch of questions, like, what do people who really, really live do differently? Why do we do the things we do? So like I was saying, there's various answers, there's very diverse answers, and once again, we all look at things differently. So it doesn't mean the way I look at it is right, or the way you look at it is wrong, or the way I look at it is wrong and the way you look at it is right. It's our own individual feeling, thoughts, and emotions that we have attached to that. More questions that come up to me is, how do we spend our days? Starting strong is great. It's wonderful. But finishing strong is epic. And I guess, the bottom line for me and a lot of others, I read a lot of motivational books, as you guys probably already know. And these are things that I'm not the first to say them by any means. And it's good to stop and press that pause button, as I've mentioned many, many times before, and just think of what these actually mean to you, how you want to evolve, how you want to go about your days. So the bottom line, like I was saying, we have to make the most out of every single moment that we're given. Very deep conversations. And if you look at it, every day is a new beginning. And a saying that I also put when I'm trying to inspire or motivate others to take control of their health, because that truly is, it's at the top. If we don't have our health, we don't have anything. So I often say to them, one day or day one, that's your choice. Daily dose. Owning less is great. Wanting less is even better. So for me, I live a pretty minimalistic and simplified life. It definitely does have its reward. You can tell me that you went out and bought a new BMW, you got a Gucci purse, you got blah, blah, blah. To me, material possessions will never make me happy. Do I get excited when I get a new book? Of course I do, but my happiness doesn't lie within holding a physical book. My happiness actually lies in continually learning. So it all depends, how we were raised, what our past is, and what amount we put on materialistic possessions. For me, it comes down to kindness, grace, faith, hope, and love. So being content with what you have is huge, huge for me. I often, 2 times a year for sure, if not more, I go through my closets, and anything that I haven't touched, 3 to 6 months, some things possibly a year. If I haven't touched it or used it, it's gone, and I just find the less clutter for me, the more free-flowing my life is. And yeah, these things do affect you physically, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. Often less is more. That's a huge, huge motto, and stand by it. Whether you agree or not, that's okay. And like I was saying, less clutter affects our whole being. So don't just declutter, de-own is a great motto, and that's how I try to live my life. Plain and simple, staying the best I can in a state of calm. Not too much bothers me. I've really learned how to handle specific situations over the years. Like I was saying earlier, the biggest thing I'm trying to learn more of is how to handle frustrations and aggravations a little bit better. And we all have work to do on ourselves. So those have been my key things for the last couple of years. And it's not simple. It's not quick. It's definitely not easy. But trying to figure out why these things trigger us and what is actually inside of us that we have yet to deal with. Hope that doesn't sound too complicated, but can get pretty deep actually. So onward. Daily dose. Ease is not out there, a thing for you to find. Ease lives inside your very nature, in the memory of your cells. To live a life of ease, wade through your lifetime of false stories until you reach your memories of peace, inherited peace, lived peace. Believe in your ease. This is how you activate it. Shower your ease in belief. Turn your gaze away from human industry and towards your role models in nature. Behold these living things that appear to be at ease. Find their ways in you. Remember your true nature. Like the peace of breeze, breathe ease. The definition of ease is the state of being comfortable, or the absence of difficulty or effort, and also freedom. So I hope some of this stuff resonated with you, or it actually piques your interest and gets you thinking about these things a little bit more deeply. Take some moments, be mindful of your thoughts, and kind of dissect, how these resonate in your thoughts or in your heart. And hopefully you learn something from this and carry on forward evolving. So I have been receiving quite a few health questions actually, which I love and I appreciate, because that just shows me that people want to learn more also about health, and that's my gig. So send them in. Definitely next podcast I'll answer some of them. The biggest one being out there right now is, Trace, what is the best way to protect myself against illnesses? Huge question, multi-layered, and there's also a lot of respiratory RSV going around now, especially in children. So get your questions in. I'm on all social media, as I say on every podcast. I would appreciate if you could subscribe, like, and share these videos. I know consistency and time, we will all get to where we want to be, and I will get this channel a little more out there so this information will be shared with a lot of others. And I appreciate all of you deeply. I hope you're all doing well. I hope you have a wonderful day. And as my brother would say, peace out.